What's going on, people? It's Lex here from the Pro Wrestling Reviewer and bringing you another episode of Everything Wrestling. In this episode I'm going to bring you all the wrestling news that I've gathered from over the week, including stuff from WWE to Ring of Honor to local independent wrestling circuits that I've been following on Twitter that look really good. So yeah, let's get started. We're going to start off with some news from Raw this week. First thing that I found interesting was Sin Cara signs for the Cruiserweight division, which is really good. I think Sin Cara is a talent very wasted on the main roster. I think he will shine in the Cruiserweight division. I think that will bring everything out of him. I hope Kalisto also follows suit. I doubt that will happen anytime soon, but it'd be really good, man. Kalisto and Sin Cara would thrive on the Cruiserweight division. It'd be very interesting. Hopefully we get to see people like Neville, maybe Sami Zayn also going down to the Cruiserweight. I know they're doing great things as tag teams at the minute, but I doubt they're going to go that far as a tag team. I can't see the New Day losing until they beat Demolition streak. So Neville is another one that would thrive, but I'm really happy to see Sin Cara's moving away from the main roster really down to the Cruiserweight. It will do him wonders. Hopefully we'll see some great things from Sin Cara again. The next thing was Sasha vs Charlotte in the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match. Amazing news, man. That should be an amazing match. Hopefully they let them just go all out and let them do what they want in that match. Hopefully we see a couple of moves against the structure. Probably see Charlotte give Sasha a spear against the fence, but that is going to steal the show that night. It's going to be amazing. I'm really happy that they're finally giving the women a chance. I'd like to see them in steel cage matches, ladder matches. I thought that's what they would have gave them first as a ladder match, but obviously they're going down Hell in a Cell route, given that's the pay-per-view coming up. So yeah, it should be a massive match. Hopefully if this goes well, we might see a women's Money in the Bank next year. Fingers crossed. I know that's something that everyone's wanted for a while, so let's see how it goes. Obviously everyone seems really happy about it, so we'll see how that goes. Next thing was Mick Foley giving out the challenges to SmackDown, 3 challenges. SmackDown accepting, saying yeah, we'll put our 5 best men against your 5 best men, 5 tag teams against 5 tag teams, 5 women against 5 women. Survivor Series just hasn't been relevant for so many years. The 5 top men versus the top 5 top men. What you're going to get? John Cena and AJ Styles on SmackDown, with heel and face on the same team, fighting Raw's heel and faces on the same team with nothing to fight for. It's like no bragging right, really. Vince McMahon in the original thing, the bragging right is your ratings each week. So it's just no point in it. Like the 5 tag teams versus 5 tag teams. That is going to be a lot of people in that match. A lot of people, and considering the rosters only really have 6 tag teams, it's like, what's the other tag team going to do that night? It's the same as the women's. There's 6 women in SmackDown. So what's the other woman going to do that night? It's not going to be a title match that night because there's not enough women to have a title match and have the 5 women in there. So it just seems pointless for me. The 5, especially the tag team, that is so many people, way too many people. Just the 2 best tag teams, man. That's 8 people. That's still a lot of people. Man, what they're going to do, you're not going to be able to stand them all on the side of the ring. What is it? They're just going to fill half side of the ring. You know what I mean? It's going to look crap. You ain't going to get the camera views. It's going to be the stupid crane view that SmackDown have been doing. And the 5 best men versus 5 best men, I'd rather just have non-title match, like the Universal Champion versus the World Champion, and the US Champion versus the Intercontinental Champion, and number 1 contender versus number 1 contender. That'd be better. You know what I mean? Their tag team champions versus their tag team champions. Same with the women's. Not 5 on 5, but it's just the way it is for Survivor Series. Survivor Series is becoming pointless and irrelevant each year that passes by, so we'll see how that happens. It's no longer considered by a lot of people in the top 4. Money in the Bank to a lot of people has taken over Survivor Series' spot, so yeah, it's just one of them ones, isn't it? Other news is that Paul Heyman called out Goldberg. We all know it was happening. Goldberg got signed. It seems to be the following result. Everybody who's like special unlock feature, if you buy early downloadable, seem to sign and come to WWE in some sort. Like Ultimate Warrior come back, Sting come back, and obviously Goldberg's coming back. So then Goldberg tweeted out and accepted. Tweeted out and accepted Paul Heyman. So looks like Goldberg will be on Raw next week. Probably Brock Lesnar as well. Don't really care for this match. Haven't cared for it since the first time they messed up. I don't think it's going to be great. Probably one at Survivor Series. Probably one at WrestleMania. They might do 3 and have one at Royal Rumble. I can see Brock Lesnar winning whichever one. If it's a 2-part or a 3-part, Brock Lesnar's definitely going to be winning the one at WrestleMania. I'd rather see Brock Lesnar versus Shane McMahon than Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. Let Goldberg come back and go on SmackDown's team, man, and let him be their version of Brock Lesnar on there. But yeah, at the end of the day, it will be a good match. They won't let it be what it was back at WrestleMania 20. So, it should be a really good match. But it's going to be a style feud standard, like Goldberg just spearing and suplexing, and Brock Lesnar suplexing an F5 in. So, Brock Lesnar should win him, really. Should do, but we'll see what happens. Then we move on to SmackDown, where AJ Styles loses to James Ellsworth after he botched the finish, man. Like, literally, if AJ weren't as good as AJ is, James would be in hospital right now, really, because that was really bad, man. Really bad. If anyone hasn't seen the still pictures that people have got flying about on Twitter and Facebook, should really go see him, man, because Jesus Christ, man, we thought he was out for the 10 count then. But like, AJ beats John Cena 3 times this year and loses. Even if it's Dean Ambrose giving him dirty deeds, he still shouldn't be losing, man. He's your world champion. I know it's supposed to be the goofy show and that, but was there any need for it at all? This James ain't gonna ever be world champion. So why are you doing this? Man, there's Bray Wyatt there, man. He should have had title shots, man. Him and AJ would have a great feud together. So why can't Bray Wyatt be fighting? I'd rather Randy Orton back in the picture, man, to be honest, than seeing this. But yeah, it's fun for the fans. It's fun for the people there. But man, if I'm watching SmackDown for 2 hours and that's what I'm seeing at the end, man, I'm not happy about that. So yeah, we move on. Anyway, Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe been announced for NXT TakeOver Toronto. Should be an amazing match. Probably Samoa Joe's last takeover in NXT. Probably going to see him come up. The rumours are that he's going to be coming up to fight Braun Strowman on Raw. Don't think he should be going Raw. I think he should be going SmackDown. WWE have looked at any TNA tapings. They'd see the amazing rivalries AJ and Samoa had. So I'd prefer that. But I'd like to see Samoa on the main roster. I'd like him. For me, he's the one to beat Brock Lesnar, not Goldberg. He's the one to beat Brock Lesnar. He's the one to, he's got the size behind him. He's the submission master. He's the best submission wrestler alongside Kurt Angle and Taz. So he should be the one beating Brock Lesnar. So fingers crossed that's what happens if he goes to Raw. If it does, it probably won't happen till WrestleMania. See what happens with the Goldberg-Lesnar feud. See if the fans care or not. And probably will for the first one. Doubt they will for the second, so we'll see what happens. Some local news in my hometown, Birmingham. We've got Tommy Dreamer and MVP to appear at Kamikaze Pro the 25th of November. Yeah, man, it should be good, man. A massive mark out for Tommy Dreamer. So, yeah, it'd be good to see MVP wrestle. I've missed seeing him wrestle, so that should be interesting. If anyone's interested, I think it's at the Cadbury Club in Bourneville. So keep a lookout if anyone's interested. Also, some wrestling news from Texas. is that the Wrestle Circus debut looks to be a sellout as well. So that's a really good sign for really low down independent wrestling to hopefully be getting some like really good buzz, man. Like, it's really interesting, man, to see how much wrestling is popularizing again. You know, so like all the indie events that I've seen and been to, it's always been very busy, man. It's not like how I used to hear where it used to be like a sports hall hired out and there's 15 people in there, man. They're all packing them out now. People are really starting to support the independent scene, which is good because obviously you don't WWE come here twice a year and they're just doing live events. There's no pay-per-view. There's the odd Raw or the odd SmackDown, but there's nothing happening really in them shows. So, you know, people are tiring from that. So it's good to see. It is good to see. Oh yeah, it was Bray Wyatt won 2 matches in a row. You know, pay-per-view match and then SmackDown. That's good news. That was just good news for me, man. We haven't seen that in gotta be at least 2014 now since we've seen Bray Wyatt win 2 matches in a row. So yeah, should be good to see him hopefully go on a winning streak, hopefully become as dominant as you all expected him to be, hopefully get himself back into a title picture, even if it's just the Intercontinental title or it's the tag team titles. I want to see him hold the title before the year's out or before WrestleMania. I'd really like to see that. In other news, Billy Corgan is reportedly suing TNA. This was on WrestlingZone.com. Apparently he's suing Dixie Carter's husband and all this, so there's not really much news that I can get on that. But as more news breaks, I will record and let you know what happens. But have a look on WrestleZone.com if you're interested to see what happens, because I think he's asked for a 6-person jury to fight the case, so we'll see what happens. In other news that I've seen today is Hindu Atima will be out again. He's confirmed to be out of the Dusty Rhodes Classics apparently, so looks like he'll be out with a neck injury, which is a shame because he's a really good wrestler, amazing talent. It's a shame about the injuries. Hopefully WWE don't sour on him due to the injury crisis, and fingers crossed he'll be back with us shortly. Just announced as well before recording this video is Ring of Honor just announced a wild card 6-man tag match for October 21st. Jay Lethal, Alex Shelley and Silas Young versus Jay Briscoe, Colt Cabana and Christopher Daniels. You know what I mean? That should be a hell of a match, man. Really should be an amazing match. So fingers crossed, man. I'm gonna have to put that on an alarm clock so I don't miss that match, because it's gonna be a match of the night candidate. So let's see what happens there. We had NXT last night, so I got some NXT results. Obviously, it started off with the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics, Bobby Roode and Ty Dillinger versus Sanity, Alexander Wolf and Siler Fluton. We have a Mystery Man and Mystery Woman. Wolf and Fluton win via their modified suplex finisher, which looks amazing. Wolf pins Dillinger for the win. I'm really shocked I had Roode and Dillinger down as probably one of the winners for this, or at least next round. But at the same time, I'm happy. Like, obviously, Bobby Roode, he's gonna have his title reign as NXT champion at some point. I'd imagine probably Ty and Dillinger will. They'll probably go into a feud with each other. Once Samoa Joe goes up to the main roster, that one of them will battle it out with Shinsuke. Probably be Bobby Roode, and then Ty Dillinger will come after Bobby Roode. Yeah, so Wolf pins Dillinger for the win. Yeah, then the Mystery Man and Mystery Woman attack Dillinger, and they're revealed to be Nikki Cross and Eric Young. So again, that's really good news. It's good that like Eric Young is properly debuting in NXT now, so hopefully we'll see a lot more of him. We had Billy Kay with Penton Royce versus Liv Morgan. Penton Royce distracts Morgan and Billy hits a boot, then pins Morgan for the win. Pretty standard match. I wish it was the other way around. I'm really enjoying Penta and Royce in the ring. Hopefully she'll be the one to take Asuka's title when that title comes around. Very good match though, to be fair. You know, for what it was, the only women's match on the card. So yeah, not really much to say on it though. You know what I mean? Then we have another Dusty Rhodes Classic. Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss versus TM-61. Team of Nick Miller and Shane Thorne. Miller and Thorne hit the Thunder Valley. Thorne pins Sabatelli for the win. Very good match. TM-61 are my team to win this now. Even if I don't know, I think they're going to be my favourite tag team in that division at the minute. I'm really enjoying their style. I think they're working well together. The chemistry is very good. So I'm excited to see more of them. Then we have Blake versus Murphy. I'm upset this was the headline match because Blake and Murphy have been stale since Alexa left them, really. So I know Regal and Hunter will be just trying their hardest to obviously get the crowd behind them. I know they have buzzers here and there, but I don't know. See what happens with the storyline. Hopefully, because it was just a lot of just pushing and headlocks and elbows and nothing going on. But yeah, anyway, you had Samoa Joe come down, stops the match basically, just beats him up. So no contest winner via Samoa Joe interruption, and obviously we have Shinsuke Nakamura come down, and then that leaded into the takeover announcement for Canada. So yeah, the NXT Toronto looks a very good card. The Ring of Honor on October 21st looking extremely good. Obviously we've got TNA tonight with Cody Rhodes versus The Miracle, Mike Bennett. So that should be an amazing match as well. Hopefully this AJ Styles feud with James ends next week. Man, you can't carry on. I'd rather see Dean Ambrose just keep fighting him, man, because it's just pointless. But hopefully after that match finished, you know, the backstage people might just be like, he's not ready. Yeah, so hopefully it'll be all good. I've seen Rhino's been advertised for House of Hardcore, so I don't know what's happening there. Maybe he's going to lose the tag team. Maybe at Survivor Series he might lose them title. No, they won't, because they're all up together. So I don't see what's going to happen there. Obviously with the WWE schedule, what it is, I don't see how Rhino can be free enough to go elsewhere. So obviously something must be happening there. Yeah, and obviously What Culture Pro Wrestling's been doing really well. We've had them with see Alberto Del Rio's been over there. They had the Kurt Angle, Cody Rhodes, which has just gone 1-1. So that's pretty impressive. So yeah, until next time, I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have, like, share and comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And thank you very much. Speak to you soon.